When I say bon, you say matan. Bon? Bon? All right, this is a great Machif crowd. I am honored to be your MC today for the Métis National Council's Nature Summit. Round of applause to the team for bringing this together.
We are here for the Métis National Council's Nature Summit, where we are also launching the Métis National Council Nature Strategy.
That document was made by Métis National Council and a handful of governing members who have come together to kind of basically put a document together that talks about shared values and shared goals between the Métis Nation and how it can benefit the government as well. And basically all those solutions are nature-based solutions to try and address the biodiversity crisis, and obviously climate change is tied into that as well.
On behalf of the Otipemisiwak Métis government and our over 73,000 citizens here in Alberta, I want to welcome all of you to Calgary and to the Confluence, a meeting place where waters, cultures, and stories have always come together. When Métis National Council brings us all together, we get to share, our best practices and things that we're doing in the world of conservation, and it's great to do that, to learn from one another and share knowledge. It's knowledge exchange.
With the Nature Summit, this is something that's long overdue. We've been asking for this for years. It goes back to 2005 and 2009, and it's happening. It's come to fruition, and I'm so ecstatic.
So the Nature Summit's really celebrating the nature strategy, the MNC Nature Strategy, which is a first of its kind, this wonderful visionary document that brings together the way we can take care of the lands and waters together.
I was involved in drafting some sections of the nature strategy. We had a collective group of different members of the Métis community and some of the governing members of MNC that were involved in drafting different sections, focused on different areas that they typically do the work. We also involved members from the community, elders, knowledge holders, essentially contributing to that as well. We have an artist do some of the drawings that were within there.
We would each take a section and dream it and vision it, and then we would bring it back to everyone to say, what am I missing? How do we expand? How do we tighten? How do we make sure that this vision really represents the things that we share?
Events like this Nature Summit are so important for our nation because it's an opportunity for us to get together.
This is an opportunity for Métis people to be heard, to know that we are here to advocate on behalf of our natural family, to protect the habitat of our natural family, to bring awareness to what is happening to the climate changes around the world. It's not just happening here, it's everywhere.
It's good to hear people speak and say their thing from their perspective. It's good to have people share that, and it's good listening to that.
We need more boots on the ground. We need our youth to get more involved. I've been a hunter and trapper all my life, as was, my father and my grandfather and all that. You should know your roots, where you came from, but it's nice if you are going to make a living that it be somehow resource related.
Harvesting is a huge part of being an Indigenous person. And we aren't game hunters, we're not big trophy hunters. We hunt for meat. And we take care of the spirit of those animals. The fish, the birds, we take care of that as we harvest.
I think the fact that it's a nature summit, I think I've attended a number of different events where we're talking about nature, but we're talking about it and celebrating it and talking about all the good work we do, without recognizing the importance of being connected to it and how we're a part of nature. So I'm very thankful for this event, for them allowing me to speak, but also being able to showcase what my wife and I and what my board and what a lot of different cool people across Canada do.
Yeah, the event's been great. I've had a blast coming out here. This has been a really fun format for me because I've been able to just kind of hang out and visit with folks and let folks come and visit with me.
I've met some kids who are really reconnecting to their Métis culture, for example, and not knowing what that meant, and then working on a hide, and then all of a sudden getting it.
There's youth here, and it's important that the youth listen because they have to carry on. They have to take the baton and carry on what us old folks have started, because we're getting old, running out of gas, and we won't be here forever. So it's important that this knowledge is passed on to the young people. They can take it and run with it.
We need to get our children on the land. They need to be on the land, not sitting in a classroom, not in a building, to get connected to Mother Earth, because that's who we are.
Because all these things tie together with the ecosystem. We have to make that a healthy ecosystem for our children. and not to leave them something that's devastated.
Our kids and our youth are just like, they really like remind us like why we are doing this good work. And I think as long as we bring everybody together, as long as we spend time as community, we're on the right track.
My favorite part about coming to events like this one is getting to see our elders and reconnect with them, getting to see leaders from other Métis governments, getting to sit down with our young people.
These events are also really good for meeting other like-minded people and making connections, and everybody to be reminded about why we're doing this and why it's important. And it is also really inspiring to hear everyone else talk instead of just being in your own world, reading things, writing things, whatever. It's good to just kind of scope back out and remember why we're here.
There's so much knowledge exchanged and handed out. Hopefully I'll be a better person for what I've learned here, and I can bring it back to my community and try to implement some of the things I've learned here.
We're doing a lot of really good work right now. The problem is how do we continue to do this in the future? Where are the resources that are there? How do we ensure that we can do more of this at work ourselves, but then even just get more of our citizens involved in being able to participate in some of the programming?
I always go into any kind of conference or summit or even a meeting wanting to learn something. And if I come away with one thing, it's a success for me.
One of the things I've found is that everyone here has so much knowledge, and everybody's just excited to share and talk about all the different stuff they know, because there's just so much knowledge held in this conference and in this event.
I think the Métis Nation's doing a really excellent job in being very proactive in conservation and their protection of nature. I think even more can be done to engage with other communities around the world. Collective action is really important this time and age. Indigenous people and our voices, especially on the international front, are strongest when we work together and speak together in one voice. So continuing to engage in those international spaces is really important.
What really matters is our relationships to each other, our relationships to the land, to the waters, our relationships to all of our kin, really.
You get a lot of the value in some of the panels and the presentations that are going on, but even just having those side conversations, getting to know the other people in those spaces, very great at building relationships and looking for opportunities for partnership as well.
In this world, if humans were to cease to exist, the whole planet would thrive. But if all of our natural family were to go away, we would not survive. So it's important that we do this together.